three broken threads. Sherlock Holmes had a great ability to stop thinking about things when he wanted. For 2 hours, he forgot the strange case we were in and looked only at paintings by modern Belgian artists. From leaving the gallery until we reached the Northumberland Hotel, he talked only about art, although he knew very little about it. The clerk said, "Sir Henry Baskerville is waiting for you upstairs." "He asked me to show you there immediately," Holmes asked. "May I see your guest register?" "Of course," said the clerk. The book showed two new names after Baskervilles: Theophilus Johnson and family from Newcastle, Aldmore with her maid from High Lodge, Alton. Holmes asked the porter, "Is this the Johnson I know? A grey-haired lawyer who walks with a limp?" The porter answered, "No, sir. This Mr. Are you sure about his job?" "Yes, sir. He has stayed here many years and is well known," Holmes said. "That clears it. Aldmore's name sounds familiar too. Sorry for asking, but sometimes when you visit one friend you find another." The porter said, "She is sick, sir. Her husband was once mayor of Gloucester. She stays here when in town," Holmes said quietly to Watson as we went upstairs. "We have learned something important. The people interested in our friend are not staying in his hotel. They want to watch him but not be seen. This is very telling." Watson asked, "What does that mean?" Holmes stopped suddenly. "Hey, my friend, what's wrong?" At the top of the stairs, we met Sir Henry Baskerville himself. His face was red with anger and he held an old, dusty boot. He was so angry he could barely speak. When he did, his voice was louder and had a strong Western accent. He shouted, "I think they are tricking me at this hotel. They will be sorry if they try to fool the wrong man. If that man can't find my missing boot, there will be trouble. I can joke with the best, Mr. Reed. That is exactly what I mean. I only had 3 pairs, new brown, old black, and the shiny ones I'm wearing. Last night they took 1 brown boot, and today they took 1 black. Have you found it? Speak." An anxious German waiter came. "No, sir. I asked everywhere, but no news. Sir Henry said, if the boot is not back by sunset, I will see the manager and leave." The waiter promised, "It will be found, sir." "Please be patient," Sir Henry said. "It must be found. It is the last thing I will lose in this place. Sorry to bother you, Mr. Holmes." Holmes said, "It is worth worrying about." Sir Henry said, "You look very serious." Holmes asked, "How do you explain it?" Sir Henry said, "I don't try to explain. Very strange." "What do you think?" Sir Henry said. "I don't understand it yet." "This case is very complex, Sir Henry. With your uncle's death too, I think it is one of the deepest cases I have seen. We have many clues, and one of them will lead to the truth. We may waste time on the wrong ones." Later, in a private room, Holmes asked Baskerville about his plans to go to Baskerville Hall. "When?" "At the end of the week." Holmes said, "I think your decision is wise. I have much proof you are being followed in London. In such a big city, it is hard to know who they are or what they want. If they mean harm, they might hurt you, and we cannot stop them here. Mortimer, did you know you were followed from my house this morning?" Mortimer was shocked. "Followed? By who?" "That I don't know." "Do you know any man on Dartmoor with a full black beard?" "No." "Wait, yes. Barrymore, Sir Charles's butler, has a full black beard." "Where is Barrymore?" "He looks after the hall." "We should check if he is really there or maybe in London." "How will you do that?" "Give me a telegraph form. Barrymore at Baskerville Hall. The nearest telegraph office is Grimpen. We will send a second message to the postmaster at Grimpen to deliver the telegram directly to Barrymore or return it to Sir Henry if he is away. By the way, Doctor, Mortimer, who is Barrymore? He is the son of the old caretaker who died. They have cared for the hall for 4 generations. He and his wife are good people. But, said Baskerville, as long as no family lives at the hall, they have a nice home and little to do. He and his wife got £500 each. Did they know about this money? Yes. The rest went to Sir Henry. How much was left? £740,000. Holmes raised his eyebrows in surprise. I didn't know the amount was so large. Sir Charles was known to be rich, but we only saw how rich when we checked his money. That is a lot. One last question, Dr. Mortimer. If something happened to Sir Henry, you will forgive me for saying this, who would get the estate? Since Roger Baskerville, Sir Charles's younger brother, died unmarried, the estate would go to the Desmond family, distant cousins. James Desmond is an old clergyman in Westmoreland. Thank you. Have you met James Desmond? Yes, he once visited Sir Charles. He looks old and lives a holy life. I remember he refused money from Sir Charles, even though he was offered. This simple man would inherit Sir Charles's money. He would inherit the estate because that is fixed by law. Sir Henry? No, Mr. Holmes. I have no time. I just learned everything yesterday. But I think the money should go with the title and estate. That was my uncle's wish. How can the owner restore the estate's glory without enough money? Sir Henry, I think it is good that you go to Devonshire soon. But one thing, you must not go alone. Dr. Rito, Mortimer will go with me. But Dr. Mortimer has his work and home far away. He may not always help you. No, Sir Henry, you must bring someone you trust who will stay by your side. Can you come yourself, Mr. Holmes? Asked Sir Henry. If things get worse, I will try to come, said Holmes. But I am very busy in London. I have many important cases. Right now, a famous man is being blackmailed and only I can stop it. You see, I cannot leave London for a long time. It is impossible for me to go to Dartmoor now. Who do you suggest, then? Holmes put his hand on my arm. If my friend agrees, there is no better man to help you when things are hard. I trust him completely. I was surprised. Before I could answer, Sir Henry took my hand and shook it warmly. Thank you, Dr. Watson, he said. You know the situation well. And Holmes's words made me feel honored. Sir Henry was happy to have me with him. I will come gladly, I said. I can't think of a better use of my time. You must tell me everything carefully, said Holmes. When a problem comes, I will tell you what to do. Then we will meet at the 10,003 train from Paddington on Saturday, unless you hear otherwise. We stood up to leave. Suddenly Sir Henry shouted with joy. He reached under a cabinet and pulled out a brown boot. My missing boot, he cried. May all our troubles end this easily, said Holmes. But this is strange, said Dr. I looked carefully in this room before lunch. So did I, said Sir Henry. Every part. There was no boot then. Then the waiter must have put it here while we were eating. They called the German waiter, but he said he did not know. No one could explain it. This was one more strange event in a series of mysteries in 2 days. There was the strange letter, the black-bearded spy, the lost new brown boot, the lost old black boot, and now the found brown boot. Holmes sat quietly in the cab on the way back to Baker Street. His face showed he was thinking hard. He tried to find a connection between all these strange events. He spent all afternoon and evening thinking. Before dinner, 2 telegrams arrived. Watson, said Holmes, when things go against us, we must look for new clues. We still have the cab driver who drove the spy. Yes. I asked the police for his name and address. This might help answer my questions. Then the doorbell rang. A rough man came in. It was the cab driver himself. I got a message from the office that a man here asked for number 2704, he said. I have driven my cab for 7 years and never had a complaint. I came here from the police to ask what you want from me. I have no problem with you, said Holmes. I have £0.50 for you if you answer my questions clearly. I had a good day, said the driver with a smile. Hey! In case I need you again, my name is John Clayton. I live at 3 Turpey Street, Borough. My cab is at Shipley's Yard near Waterloo Station. Holmes wrote it down. Now, Clayton, tell me about the man who watched this house at 10 this morning and then followed 2 gentlemen down Regent Street. There is no point in telling you everything because you seem to know as much as I do, he said. The man told me he was a detective and asked me not to tell anyone about him. My friend, this is serious. This is serious. You could be in trouble if you hide things from me. He did. When did he say that? When he left the cab. Did he say anything else? He told me his name. Holmes looked at me with a smile. He told you his name. That was careless. Sherlock Holmes, said the driver. Holmes was very surprised. Then he laughed. Good. A clever answer. So his name was Sherlock Holmes, was it? Yes, that was the name. Great. Square. He said he was a detective and gave me 2 guineas to follow his orders all day and ask no questions. I agreed happily. First, we went to the Northumberland Hotel and waited until 2 men left and took a cab. We followed their cab near here. At this door, said Holmes. Maybe. I am not sure. We waited halfway down the street for an hour and a half, said Holmes. At 3/4 down Regent Street, my passenger told me to drive fast to Waterloo Station. We got there in 10 minutes. He paid me and went into the station. Just before leaving, he said, "You have been driving Mr. Sherlock Holmes," the driver thought. He looked rich, had a black beard cut straight at the end, and a pale face. I don't remember more. What color were his eyes? I don't know. Nothing else? No. Sir, here is your payment. You can have more if you find out anything else. Holmes smiled sadly and said, "Our third clue is gone." The man was clever. He knew we were watching, knew who I was, and sent that message to trick us. Watson, this is a strong enemy. I have lost in London. I hope you have better luck in Devonshire, but I am worried. Worried about what? About sending you, Watson. This is a dangerous case. The more I see, the more I dislike it. You can laugh, but I want you safe back in Baker Street.